What's going on, Ecom Dominators? Cynthia here, and in today's video I'm going to show you how I use this software called Tailwind to help me schedule all of my content on Pinterest, literally on autopilot. I'm also going to show you how I use Tailwind to help me generate over 1 million impressions every single month organically. So if that sounds good to you, don't forget to smash the like button on this video. Also, if you're new to my channel, hey, what's up? My name is Cynthia, and I teach everything related to how to make money online and Pinterest marketing. So if you're interested in learning more, don't forget to stay subscribed to my channel. Alrighty guys, let's jump right into the video. So right now I am on the analytics section of my Pinterest account. Again, if you want to see all this good data, you have to register for a Pinterest business account. Now, the first thing what I want you guys to see is if I come down here and I look at the last 30 days, I have over 1 million impressions on my content, and that is within the last month. Now, another thing is I did not pay Pinterest any kind of ads to get this type of reach. All of this is organic. As you can see, I'm just going to click organic down here. All of this was using free organic traffic on Pinterest. Now, what I did was in the beginning, I tried to build my profile by pinning everything manually, meaning I was creating the content, I was trying to post it every single day, either on my phone or on my computer. And that was very tedious. It was a lot of work. It was time consuming. So what I did was I started using a software called Tailwind, which helps me schedule all of my content. But not only that, what Tailwind does is they will suggest the best time to pin your content based on the audience on your profile, when they engage, when is the best time to post. So they will let you know all of that good data inside Tailwind. So I saw a major difference as soon as I was using Tailwind for my business. So as you can see over here, I started to see major improvements. I was getting more and more impressions every single day when I was using Tailwind for my business. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I actually create this content, how to schedule it, and how to actually use Tailwind to build up your profile to get over 1 million impressions within the last month. Now, just a quick disclaimer, I can't guarantee results, but what I can guarantee is I'm going to show you a step-by-step tutorial on how you can actually use Tailwind effectively to build up your Pinterest account. So let's get into the tutorial. So the software I'm going to be talking about today is called Tailwind, and I've actually used this software to help me grow my Pinterest profile to over 1 million impressions in just 30 days. So in a nutshell, Tailwind is a social media scheduling tool to help you get real results, as you guys saw in the back end of my Pinterest analytics. Now currently with Tailwind, they integrate with both Pinterest and Instagram. Now for the sake of this review, I will just be focusing only on Pinterest. So Tailwind have tons of features that can help you grow your Pinterest account. So just to name a few, you can actually create 10 pins in just one click. They offer analytics for all of your pins and boards, so you can deep dive into the data and insights and see which pin or board is performing the best. You can also schedule all of your pins in a drag and drop calendar, so it's super easy for anyone to use. You do not need to know any kind of programming skills or any coding skills, and you can use Tailwind. Now let's talk about some of the more powerful features inside Tailwind. So if you're familiar with Pinterest groups, that is exactly what Tailwind Tribes is basically like. So what you can do is you can go in and you can find and join tribes that are inside of your niche. So currently with Tailwind, they have over 4,000 niches that you can select from. Now from these tribes, they actually have other relevant content that are similar to your niche and that you can post them to increase the exposure of your content. And what I love best about the tribe is that I get to meet new influencers who are in my niche, and I can team up with them by repinning some of their content, and they can repin some of my content. Now, another amazing feature about Tailwind is that they give you the ability to use Smart Loop. So if you don't know what Smart Loop is, quickly what it is you can reshare all of your pins on autopilot to drive more traffic to your content. So I actually recommend Smart Loop, especially for seasonal content or evergreen content. So say for an example, you have a viral pin about a Christmas sweater that did very, very well last year, and you want to make sure you want to repin it for next year. So you can use the Smart Loop feature, so you can set it and forget it for it to repin every single year. So I actually recommend this anything for a seasonal content or any piece of content that is going viral and you want to repin it every single year. And last but not least, with Tailwind, it is the official and approved partner of Pinterest and Instagram. So you can sleep easy at night knowing that you're not putting your account at risk, and that Tailwind is a legitimate software that you can actually use for Pinterest or Instagram without violating any of their policies. So the number one question I always get is, why should I use Tailwind, and is it necessary for me to actually grow my Pinterest account? So here's my answer to that question is, number one, it's very time consuming to manually pin your content. And in my opinion, it's actually not realistic to log in every hour to pin all of your content. So what I always recommend to my students is to pin at least 5 to 10 pins if you're getting started every single day. So it's actually not realistic and actually counterproductive to log in every hour or every other hour just to pin your content. So my guess is, if you're using Pinterest, it's to help you grow your business. We have to allocate a lot of our time to actually post content when we should be focusing on growing our business. So that's why I actually really recommend Tailwind if you are serious about growing your Pinterest account. Another thing is, with Tailwind, you can actually quickly schedule all of your content literally for a month. So the first of every month, I literally sit there and I schedule all of my content, and I would forget about it till the next month. Also, with Tailwind, you get to join places like tribes in so many different niches to help you increase exposure for your content. So right now I'm going to actually show you how you can use Tailwind to grow your Pinterest profile. So there are a few things that we're going to go over. Number one, how to use the scheduler. Number two, how we can use the Smart Loop. Number three, how can we use the tribes? I'm going to show you exactly how you can find and join them. Also, I'm going to introduce you to the Tailwind extension, which will make your life a whole lot easier just using it. And also, we're going to dive deeper on what type of analytics they will provide for you inside of Tailwind. So after you have claimed your free trial, you'll be brought to the dashboard, and this is how it looks like every time you log inside Tailwind. So this is actually one of my personal accounts that I actually have on Pinterest. I am currently on the Plus plan, as I recommend everyone get on the Plus plan because they allow you to get access to tribes and so many different features that you can use to grow your Pinterest account. But over here, what you'll see every single day is how many repins you actually have, and the number of followers and domain pins, and so many good information over here. You can also see things that you need to actually do to complete your account. So they actually make all the suggestions right over here, so you can see all of that good data. But the first thing I want to talk about is how to use the scheduler. So over here, if you look under Publisher, you actually have things like drafts, schedule pins, smart loops, publish pins, your schedule, etc. So the one that I actually use the most is called schedule pins. Let me go ahead and click on it. So this is the part where you can actually schedule all of your content. Again, they offer this easy to use drag and drop scheduler where you can drag and drop all of your content to different days and different times of the day, or whenever you want to post your content. So what I love most about Tailwind is, as you can see over here, they have actually pre-filled some of the best times that they actually recommend that you post, because they've actually gone in and analyzed your specific niche audience and see when are they the most active or the most engaged with your content, and they're going to recommend certain times of the day to pin. So you can actually use the recommendation, or you can go ahead and set your own timing, which you can set it right over here. You can add or remove time slots, super easy and simple. So if you click on here, you can actually add in more time. So I can click this and you can add more time, or you can add a time slot and say, hey, maybe I want to post one at 3:35, and I can actually add the time slot right over here. things like that. So I can do it for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and etc. and so on and so forth. So in order to upload your first pin inside Tailwind is you can hover over this button right over here which says create new pin, or you can go ahead and upload your images. I'm just going to go ahead and upload one and I'll be right back. So I just uploaded my first pin. Now I actually created a YouTube video on how to create a Facebook page and grow from 0 to 100,000 likes. So in order to get traffic to my videos, I can actually create a pin that looks something like this. So coming back here, now that I have one pin already uploaded, as you guys can see, this has not been scheduled inside of this publisher yet because it's still in the draft section right over here. So what you have to do is you have to enter in the board name, give it a pin title, enter a description, things like that, and then you can either add it to Tribes or add it to Smart Loop. So in this case, I'm not going to add it to either. I just want this pin to be dripped inside my actual Pinterest profile, and then I can click this green button that says add to queue. So quickly, I'm just going to type in the title. So how to create a Facebook fan page. And then I'm just going to type in the description which says watch this video on how to set up your Facebook page and grow from 0 to 100K followers. And then what I can do is I can click add to queue. So now I actually got my first pin already scheduled right over here. But say for example, you don't want to pin this specific content today. Maybe you want to pin it tomorrow or the next day. So what you can do is you can actually drag it to any of these time slots right over here. So say for example, maybe you want to release this on July 6th at around 10 o'clock. So I can drag it here. Or maybe I want to drag it at July 5th at maybe 9:30 p.m. I could do that. So wherever you want to drag your content, Tailwind makes it super easy and simple. So now you can easily repeat this process by uploading more pins and then scheduling all of your pins into these time slots. Now the next thing we're going to look at is Smart Loops. So I'm going to come over here and click on Smart Loops. Now the first thing you want to do once you come on over to Smart Loops is click create my first loop. They've also have a video showing you exactly how to do it, so you can watch this video. So the next step is to actually select a loop type. So you actually have two different options. You can go with evergreen or seasonal. So the difference between evergreen and seasonal is with evergreen, it's usually content that does very, very well. It could be a viral pin. However, it doesn't have to do with a certain type of season or a certain holiday. It's just content that people want to know about year round. So now for seasonal content, obviously, just like the word says, it's a pin that probably went viral either for Christmas, holiday, Valentine's Day, whatever it is, and you want to loop those content consistently every single year. So the popular one that you'll probably be using the most is actually the evergreen one. So this is the one we'll actually click to show you an example on how to use it. So say for example, I am in the yoga niche. The first thing we want to do is create a name for our loop. The next thing we want to do is select the board that we actually want to loop our content on, and then they'll ask you, is this loop all year round or loop every year in between? So I actually do recommend just loop all year round. It just makes everything a lot more easy. So I'm just going to go ahead and just type in, yoga, and I'm going to go ahead and select the board, and I'm going to click next. So the next thing they're going to ask you regarding your smart loop is it a core content or a niche topic? So the difference between both of them is for core content is if you wanted to take a larger part of your schedule. So as you guys can see in the graphics, they're going to repin this smart loop content more frequently. If you choose a niche topic, it's just going to repin your smart loop content less frequently. So it really just depends what you want. So in this case, I'm just going to go ahead and select the first one. Now on Tailwind, you can actually see an overview of all of your smart loops content that you're going to repin on your boards. So as you guys can see, this little blue icon hovering at the top here, this is the part where you get to see where your smart loops are going to repin your content on which day as well as what time of the day. And the next amazing feature about Tailwind is you can utilize tribes. In order to get to tribes, simply hover over the sidebar over here and you can click on this button that says tribes and it will bring you to this board. Now currently I'm not part of any tribes, but in order to find a tribe, simply come on over here and click find a tribe. So say for example, I am in the health and fitness niche. I can actually select this category right over here. Now you can actually come down here and select all the categories that are related to your niche. So I'm going to say, for example, I'm going to type in healthy eating. Now, as you can see, they came back with 72 results of all of the tribes that are related to my niche. So as you can see, all of the tribes listed right over here. So they have healthy and eco-friendly bloggers. They have self-awareness and living well, veggie social sharing, kicking it with Kelly tribe, things like that. So a few things I like to take a look at is the number of members per tribe. So with this one, there's actually a pro and a con. So you definitely want to join one with tons of members so you get increased exposure. However, the con of joining a tribe with so many members is all of the content gets repinned and shared into the tribe that your content will probably get pushed all the way down. So for me, when I'm looking for a specific tribe, I actually find a medium, which means I don't want to join a tribe that has too many members where no one will be able to see my pin. However, I don't want to also join a group that has little members where no one will see my content. So I like to find a balance. So in my opinion, I probably would join something like this. This one only has about 400 members, which is not too much and not too little. Now over here, this is the activity. As you guys can see, if I scroll down here, there's some activities where there's 4 bars or 3 bars. I think some of them are like 1 bars or no bars. So with activity, it actually shows how active each of the members are within that tribe. So in, when you're looking for a tribe to join, I would definitely find a tribe with as much activity as possible. So these are good, these are good, these are good. This one seems to be average. However, I would not be joining tribes like these with only 1 bar or no bars. It just means that there's not much activity going on, and besides, there's actually only a few members in here which won't be able to really share my content to more audience than I would like. So I would actually find one that has a lot of activity with a good amount of members. So this one would be a great one to join. Now, in order to join, you just have to click this button right over here, request to join. They'll probably ask you a few questions, and if the admin of that tribe accepts you, you'll be part of that tribe, and you can start posting your content in there to get more exposure. Now keep in mind that for my plan, I'm on the plus plan. I only have 5. So say for example, you join a tribe and within the first week, you don't see any of your pins getting repinned or you don't see increased engagement, I would actually recommend to leave the tribe and find a different one. So you really have to just test it out with different niches and see what works. Now quickly, I want to jump on over to the Tailwind Publisher. Now this is a Chrome extension that I actually recommend you getting. This will actually help you save tons and tons of time. So if you're going to do anything today in this video is to download the Tailwind Publisher Chrome extension. Now what it can do is that it can actually help you schedule all of your content a lot quicker. It can help you post your content a lot more efficiently. Again, you can repin anything that you want. So it's actually very, very useful. So I do recommend that you get this Chrome extension for repinning all of your content super, super quickly. Now the last amazing feature that I want to go over with Tailwind is the ability for you to access your insights, which contains tons and tons of data so that you could use it to track your performance on Pinterest. So I really like that. Now what they'll actually allow you to see is the number of followers right over here, how many pins you currently have, and how many repins you actually have. So you can also come down here and actually check out your virality score. So obviously the higher the score, the better. We definitely want a high score that tells us that other people are actually repinning our content and engaging with it. We definitely want that score to go up. Now, again, they'll also show you what's your engagement score. Obviously, the higher, the better. And what is your engagement rate, which is right over here. So they're also going to give you some insights regarding both your boards and your pins. So let's first take a look at the boards insights. Now with boards, they're going to list all of your boards right over here, and they're going to show you how many pins do you have in each of the boards, how many followers you have in each of the boards, repins, virality score, and also engagement score. So you can actually see a overview of all of your boards individually. So let's take a look at Pin Inspector. Now for Pin Inspector, they'll actually show you each individual pins, and they'll actually show you which pin had the most repins, or how many repins you have, how many comments you have, the day that you actually pinned it, and they'll actually give you a few things that you can actually do with these data. So number one thing, you can actually reschedule this pin on Tailwind. You can actually add it to a tribe. So if you actually join a tribe and you are seeing a pin doing super well, you can actually share it inside of a tribe, or you can add it to a smart loop where it will repin the specific content every single year. So you can actually have several options to do, which is super handy. So now I'm going to quickly wrap up this video, and if you're interested in getting Tailwind, I'm going to run over the pricing. So it's actually super cheap to get Tailwind in order to automate your entire Pinterest profile. So currently, if you want to automate and schedule all of your pins on Pinterest, you actually only have to pay $9.99, about $10 every single month. That is super cheap. And if you get in today, you can actually register for a free trial for both. I actually recommend doing this specifically for Pinterest. Like I said, if you're really serious about growing your Pinterest profile, Tailwind is a must-have software. Now with your Plus plan, you actually get one Pinterest profile that you can integrate with. You get unlimited scheduling. You'll get 250 smart loop posts that you can loop. And then you also get access to 5 free Tailwind tribes, as I showed you previously. So it's really an amazing software for such a cheap price. So again, if you want to get Tailwind, simply go to tailwind.pinformula.com to claim your free trial. So that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. Also, if you're interested in getting Tailwind, I'll have the link down below for you to claim your free trial. Also, if you love content just like this, don't forget to smash that like button, and also stay subscribed to my channel for more content just like this. Alrighty guys, until next time, I will see you in my next video. Live free.